It is time to learn how to install dread extensions. What's up, YouTube? It's me, KKLoxx. And today I'm going to show you how to install dreadlock extensions to your existing dreadlocks. So today we have some supplies that we're going to need, not very many of them. Basically, all you need is your crochet hook, your comb potentially. You may not need it, but I always have mine just in case. And you may also need some hair cutting scissors. And last but not least, some extensions. Now I have some already made up. I have a couple purple and a couple brown. So I can just kind of show you how to do both of them. The purple is a little bit harder to do. It can leave almost like a straight line, and then you can see the brown where my other hair is. It's not even pulled in all the way. It's just kind of sitting right there on the outside. But I'm leaving it like that on purpose because I'm going to put purple hair dye on it so that it blends better. But that's for a different episode. For today, we are going to start out with brown. So what I like to do is I kind of brush out the end of it. Okay, so it was attached to a hole, whatever they call it for hair extensions. And I just kind of take out what I need, and I just make up all the extensions, and then I cut them off. So this is where I cut it, and this is the bottom where it ended. So the part where I cut it, you can see I'm starting to fan it out. I'm just kind of getting in there and pulling some of those hairs out, because that's what we're going to use to actually attach it. I just go maybe like an inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches. But I don't worry about this hair. Like, I want these loose hairs up here because that's just going to help blend it better. So then you get your extension, or I'm sorry, not your extension, your dread. And now this one I had kind of already started to re-dread back up after I took the first extension out. So I'm just going to kind of comb that out a little bit. If I can hold on to it. And they get lost in here. I'm sure that there's other dreads that I didn't get an extension made for or installed for because I just didn't see it, like that one up here. I thought I got that. I didn't. I thought I had all of them on that side done. Alright, now it's nice and smooth. So now I'm going to grab my extension, get all of these out of the way. Okay, so now I just kind of want to find the bottom where the knot stops. You can even kind of loosen that up a little bit. It's just going to help it attach a little bit easier. And I'm just going to line these up so that way, knot to knot, like I want them right next to each other. So that way I want a smooth transition, smooth connection. And I'm just going to kind of wrap these around like so. You can see like it's just sitting there. But get a good grip on it. Find a spot where you can kind of put your fingers like that. And just start pulling in those little hairs. Before we can do anything else, we just need to kind of create that connection. And I try to keep these wrapped around the best that I can. And I'm kind of trying to pull them from one side to the other, like I'm actually pulling them out. Not just pulling them in. And then I just kind of want to make my way up until I feel like it's in there good and secured. working your way up. Now I'm not making sure that it's like all the way in there because I've got a plan. You see, I'm just going in, pulling the hairs through, getting it nice and connected. And now that I've got most of them pulled through, I'm gonna kind of just pull some in. And then these hairs down here, which is my hairs, I kind of just wrap those around as well. Pull those hairs through. And now that I've got a pretty decent connection, it's not fully connected, but it's not gonna just fall off. It's connected pretty decently. So now I'm gonna palm roll. So that just kind of helps even things out and helps to make sure that there's not lumps or a hard connection. So then I'm gonna start up higher so that way I can get these hairs pulled over, and I'm gonna go over, under, over and under. And I just kind of want to do that right over it. And it's easiest if you have some of the hairs from your dread to go over it, because the hairs over like the spot where we actually connected it, they aren't very long and they're not very connected. And then I'm just gonna keep going down. This spot needs to go down. This is where I actually connected. This spot you'll need to go over a couple times. And even partially through. Oh, just like method 1. And if you don't know what method 1 is, click on that card right there and it will take you right to the 3 different methods on how to crochet your dreadlocks. So yeah, I'm just making sure that there's a nice little connection there. Make sure everything's nice and snug now. Then I'm gonna give it another pull. And voila! Thread extension. It's in there. Alright, so now let's see if I can find that other spot, the other dread that I didn't put an extension on, so I can show you the purple. Here it is. Alright, so same thing. I'm gonna pick which one matches the best in size. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think the first one. So
it's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate, go your own way, I won't wait.
now I can see, like, I've got a spot that's just got a lot of brown. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe pull it in better, but I'm probably gonna have to put some hair dye over it. And then you won't be able to see it. But then I'll be stuck with the purple. I mean, I think that's okay. I like it. You can see that did help a little bit. I had actually originally thought that I could just kind of like get an ombre with just the extension, but Like I can still see that. It's not blending very well, but like I said, I'm going to put dye down here to cover the brown, and then I'm going to put some of the purple dye up here so that it just kind of blends together instead of having a straight line. But for the most part, since it is on the lower part of my thread, once I mix it in with the other ones, it's really hard to tell. But I don't know. I'm deciding still on the purple. I might just switch them all to brown except the ones on the bottom because you really can't see those. So my biggest concern with dyeing these purple up here is that the stuff washes out very, very quickly. And then you gotta redo it, and it's already hard enough to dye here, dreads. Yes, dye dreads. Okay, so, well, that's how you do it. In future episodes, I will show how to actually make these extensions yourself. And you can make them different thicknesses, different lengths. It's up to what you need. You know, these I made myself. I backcombed and crocheted them myself, so that way I could make them the sizes that I needed. So, like I said, I will be making videos on how to do these with the rip and twist alongside backcomb, because my first set of dreads I started with rip and twist. These ones I did with backcombing, and I ended up liking the results better. So, to each their own. So I figured I would just show how to do both, and then, you know, you can pick which best for you. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I just want to sincerely thank you for stopping by the channel, and I want to encourage you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel a lot, and make sure that you punch that bell right in the face with your fist. You're not going to want to miss any future videos. Thanks for watching.